Have you ever wondered why smoking, despite its known deleterious effects, continues to be a global epidemic? A paradox indeed, as smoking has proven to be a formidable adversary in public health. It's a global phenomenon that transcends borders, cultures, and socioeconomic classes. It's no secret that smoking is a leading cause of preventable deaths worldwide. Yet it's fascinating how millions light up their cigarettes every day, fully aware of the health risks. It's like willingly walking into a storm, knowing the potential for harm. Why is this so? Is it the allure of rebellion, a coping mechanism, or simply a deeply ingrained habit? The reasons are as diverse as the people who smoke. This paradox presents a complex smokescreen that obscures the underlying issues contributing to the stubborn persistence of smoking. Join us as we delve into the world of smoke and mirrors, where things are not always as they seem. Let's blow away the smoke and look at the cold, hard facts. It's easy to get lost in the clouds of smoke and the allure of a nicotine high, but the reality of smoking is far less glamorous. Let's start with a staggering fact. There are over 1 billion smokers in the world today. That's 1 in every 7 people, lighting up and inhaling a cocktail of harmful chemicals. But the damage doesn't stop at the individual level. Each year, over 7 million people lose their lives to smoking-related diseases. That's more than the population of some countries. It's as if every single person in Switzerland suddenly vanished, year after year. Imagine the human potential lost, the families shattered, the dreams extinguished. And the cost of smoking isn't just measured in lives, it's also a financial drain. Globally, smoking costs over $1 trillion annually in healthcare expenditures and lost productivity. That's a cost equivalent to the entire GDP of countries like Saudi Arabia or the Netherlands. Smoking also drastically impacts health and life expectancy. On average, smokers die 10 years earlier than non-smokers. Each cigarette smoked reduces life by 11 minutes, roughly the time it takes to smoke it. It's a grim exchange, a life traded puff by puff, minute by minute. But beyond the numbers, there's a tangible human cost. The smoker battling lung cancer, the child struggling with asthma from secondhand smoke, the family mourning a lost loved one. These are the faces of smoking, the lives touched and too often cut short by this deadly habit. Smoking is a global epidemic, a crisis that we cannot afford to ignore. It's a war fought in the shadows of addiction and misinformation, a battle against an enemy that's as seductive as it is deadly. These numbers paint a grim picture, don't they? But let's dig deeper. What does inhaling smoke from a cigarette do to your body? Picture this. When you light up a cigarette and take a puff, the smoke that fills your lungs isn't just air. It's a toxic cocktail of over 7,000 chemicals, including about 70 known to cause cancer. Let's dive deeper into the health hazards of smoking. First up on the list is lung cancer, the most notorious disease linked to smoking. In fact, smoking accounts for about 9 out of 10 lung cancer deaths. Not surprising when you consider that the smoke you inhale is laced with carcinogens that damage your lung cells almost from the first puff. Then we have heart disease. Smoking causes plaque to build up in your blood vessels, increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Over time, this can lead to reduced blood flow, chronic chest pain, and even heart failure. Next up, emphysema, a type of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD for short. This lung condition is characterized by shortness of breath and difficulty breathing. The toxins in cigarette smoke destroy lung tissue, making it harder and harder for smokers to catch their breath. But the devastation of smoking doesn't stop with the smoker. Secondhand smoke, the smoke that's exhaled by a smoker or given off by a burning cigarette, is also a serious health threat. It's estimated that secondhand smoke causes over 40,000 deaths from heart disease alone each year. Non-smokers who are exposed to secondhand smoke at home or at work increase their risk of developing heart disease by 25 to 30%. Smoking affects nearly every organ in your body, from your lungs and heart to your stomach, skin, and even your eyes. It's a habit that wreaks havoc on your health, chewing away at your quality of life with every puff. The health costs of smoking are staggering, but the damage doesn't stop there. We've only scratched the surface of the health hazards of smoking. The full impact is far more wide-reaching and devastating than many realize. So, when you're thinking about lighting up, consider the real cost: your health. Beyond the individual, what is the cost of smoking to society? Let's dive into that. Smoking doesn't just affect the smoker. It's like tossing a pebble into a pond. The ripples extend far beyond the point of impact. Let's start with healthcare systems. It's no secret that smoking-related diseases put an enormous strain on healthcare resources. Every year, billions upon billions of dollars are spent treating smoking-related illnesses. That's a heavy load for any healthcare system to bear, and indirectly, it impacts us all. But the impact doesn't stop there. Consider the emotional burden on families. Imagine a child losing a parent prematurely to a smoking-related disease, or a spouse becoming a caregiver for a loved one suffering from a smoking-induced illness. These are real scenarios happening every day, and they illustrate the emotional toll that smoking can take on families. Next, let's discuss the community impact. Secondhand smoke alone is a significant public health concern. Everyone from children in homes where adults smoke to workers in smoke-filled environments is at risk. The harmful effects of secondhand smoke can lead to a range of health problems, again adding to the healthcare burden. We also can't ignore the environmental cost. Cigarette butts, the most littered item worldwide, contain harmful chemicals that leach into the soil and water, posing a threat to our environment and wildlife. And then there's the economic impact. Lost productivity due to smoking-related diseases and premature death is a significant drain on economies. When people are too sick to work or die prematurely, it's not just a personal loss, it's a loss for society as a whole. So, when we talk about the cost of smoking, we're not just talking about the price of a pack of cigarettes. The true cost of smoking is far-reaching, affecting not just the individual smoker, but families, communities, healthcare systems, the environment, and our economy. Smoking affects us all, whether we light up or not. Can we turn the tide against this public health menace? This question often echoes in our minds when we consider the pervasive issue of smoking. The answer, encouragingly, is a resounding yes. The key lies in harnessing the power of prevention. Prevention strategies can significantly reduce smoking rates, and there's a wealth of evidence to back this up. Let's take a moment to appreciate some of the most successful anti-smoking campaigns of the past. They were able to change public perception by highlighting the grim realities of smoking, thus encouraging smokers to quit and deterring potential smokers from picking up the habit. But it's not just about campaigns. Legislation plays a crucial role too. Smoking bans in public places, for instance, have proven to be incredibly effective. They not only protect non-smokers from secondhand smoke, but also create an environment where smoking is less socially acceptable. This, in turn, discourages people from starting or continuing the habit. Then there's the matter of taxes. By increasing the cost of tobacco products, governments can make smoking less affordable, especially for younger people who are more price-sensitive. This economic deterrent has led to significant reductions in smoking rates in numerous countries around the world. Nevertheless, it's important to remember that prevention isn't solely about restrictions and deterrence. Education is a key piece of this puzzle too. By educating people, especially the young, about the dangers of smoking, we can prevent them from starting in the first place. This isn't just about displaying gruesome images of diseased lungs, but about fostering a comprehensive understanding of the health, social, and financial costs of smoking. The fight against smoking is ongoing, but it's a fight we can win. By tapping into the power of prevention, we can drastically reduce smoking rates and safeguard future generations from this public health menace. Remember, each one of us has a role to play in this. Prevention is powerful, and it's something we can all contribute to. What can we take away from this deep dive into the world of smoking? We've learned that smoking is not just a personal choice, but a global issue with far-reaching impacts. It's a habit that can severely impair individual health, leading to diseases like cancer, heart disease, and lung ailments. Moreover, it's not just the smokers who bear the brunt. Secondhand smoke affects everyone around, jeopardizing their health too. On a societal level, it can strain healthcare systems and create socio-economic disparities. And let's not forget the environmental consequences. From deforestation for tobacco cultivation to pollution from cigarette butts, smoking is indeed a significant environmental offender. Yet, despite these grim facts, there's hope. Prevention is the most powerful weapon we have. By spreading awareness, promoting healthier alternatives, and supporting smoking cessation programs, we can make a difference. The next time you see a cloud of smoke, remember what you've learned today. Knowledge is power, and together, we can clear the air.